Welcome to Mera Desi Swag. This channel is about preparing for UPSC CSAT exam, especially reading comprehension part. I try my best to bring passages both in Hindi and English. हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश दोनों में आपको पैसेजेस मिलते हैं. जैसे इस चैनल का नाम है मेरा देसी स्वैग, आप कह सकते हैं अपना देसी स्वैग, कि हम इंडियन ब्यूरोक्रेसी की तैयारी करते हुए क्या एप्टीट्यूड रखें. व्हाट शुड बी आवर एप्टीट्यूड फॉर ब्यूरोक्रेसी. इसका टेस्ट होता है प्रीलिमिनरी एग्जामिनेशन में. द फर्स्ट फेज ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन फॉर सिविल सर्विसेज is in form of a section that's called, we can call it verbal ability section, we can call it English passages section, we can call it English comprehension section, परिच्छेद जिसमें आपको मिलते हैं. And उन passages के through ये जानने की कोशिश की जाती है कि आप as aspirants for bureaucracy क्या aptitude रखते हैं. Is your aptitude neutral or emotional? Is your aptitude rational? Do you have that natural ability to see through things or to analyze reports? And how fast can you do that? And what conclusions do you have? Are your judgments affected by criteria like religion, caste, or gender? So a lot of things get tested through this test, and passage is a tasty combination of a variety of subjects, say ecology, environment, economics, political science, and ethics, of course. All that you've read so far, all that you know so far, and all that you're going to read or going to become aware of comes in the small package, which is UPSC preliminary CSAT examination. A lot of people had a problem when passages were asked in the preliminary examination, because बहुत सारे लोग हिंदी मीडियम से हैं और बहुत सारे लोगों को काफी तकलीफ हुई, because ये एक कंपटीशन एग्जाम है जिसमें दुनिया जहान के लोग, अब दुनिया जहान में इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स तो नहीं आते, बट ऑफ कोर्स इंडियन सिटीजंस पार्टिसिपेट. और बहुत सारे लोगों की एक ख्वाहिश होती है कि ब्यूरोक्रेसी में उनको भागीदारी मिले, या ब्यूरोक्रेट वो ब्यूरोक्रेट्स बने, IAS बने. सो ये मेरा देसी स्वैग एक कोशिश है मेरे स्टूडेंट्स एंड मेरे कुछ जानकारों की, कि हम कुछ ऐसे पैसेजेस डिस्कस करें कि वो एक छोटे मॉड्यूल में रहे, शॉर्ट वीडियो के फॉर्म में रहे, और आपके स्टडी ब्रेक में आपकी मदद हो सके उनके द्वारा. एंड अगर आप अभी 12th में हैं या स्कूल में हैं, एंड यू स्टिल प्रिपेयरिंग for this examination, or you're considering preparing for this examination at a later stage, तब भी आपके लिए benefit हो सके. अब this is मेरा देसी swag, so everything is very desi. You may have just heard my phone ringing here, or you may hear some music in the background. I may bring passages from anywhere. Of course, UPSC is the focus, but the videos can be seen with a variety of backgrounds and all that jazz. And I may wear anything, I may speak any kind of English, any kind of Hindi, as long as everything is comprehensible and useful. I'll keep bringing videos. So in this video, I'm going to talk about water crisis. You may see in my background, there is some water effect on the roof there. It looks beautiful. There is a small pool as well. And where am I? I'm in the capital of this country, मैं दिल्ली में हूँ. And एक नीति आयोग की रिपोर्ट थी जिसमें कहा था कि 2020 में 21 cities will go groundwater dry in India. मतलब groundwater level उनका खत्म हो जाएगा. And 4 major cities like Delhi, Bengaluru, Chennai, and Hyderabad were likely to run out of groundwater by 2020. We are in 2021 now. And of course, this could affect about around 100 million people as per a report. So reports are hypotheses. Something may come out of it, may not come out of it, but of course, bureaucracy, as aspirants for bureaucracy, we have to think of solutions, or as bureaucrats, we have to think of solutions. Now, that report also said that 40% of India's population will have no access to drinking water by 2030. So another 10 years, less than a decade, in fact. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a small passage that was asked in 2020, the latest. And I'm going to facilitate your aptitude for passages asked in this examination. Hope you're going to like it. The video may go on to some extensions for concepts. So my idea or my attempt is to bring to you concept that is required to build a kind of aptitude that this test demands. And for that, we need concept clarity, the themes that are asked in passages. I hope you'll be appreciated. And I'll bring to you some sources from where these passages are extracted. I hope you'll be appreciated with that too. In my live classes, of course, there are many students who really enjoy brainstorming over real authentic material and articles. And then I'll bring to you some vocabulary that is required to prepare for this examination. So शब्दकोश, किस तरह के अखबारों के आर्टिकल या मैगजीन से आपके पैसेजेस आते हैं, क्या कॉन्सेप्ट्स अप्लाई होते हैं अलग अलग जनरल अवेयरनेस के टॉपिक से, इन सभी के साथ आपको वीडियोस मिलेंगे. मेरी कोशिश है हर एक हफ्ते या आगे जाके मे बी हर एक महीने, डिपेंड करेगा रिसर्च कितनी रिक्वायर्ड है और डिमांड कितनी है. सो लेट्स बिगिन विद वन पैसेज टुडे. This passage was recently asked. ये 2020 के पेपर का है. Have a look at it. Description box में भी है. जब भी आपके साथ मैं पैसेज शेयर करूँगी तो आपको वो डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में अक्सर दिखाई देगा, या छोटे वीडियोस होंगे तो वो बड़े वीडियोस के ट्रेलर्स होंगे जैसे कि फिल्मों के होते हैं, और आपको वो बड़े वीडियोस में डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में पैसेज मिल जाएगा. जब मैं आपके साथ पैसेज स्क्रीन पर लेकर आती हूँ तो आपके पास मौका होता है कि आप वीडियो को पॉज करें, और ये स्क्रीन का प्रेजेंटेशन बहुत ही देसी है, चैनल का नाम भी देसी है, एंड फैसिलिटेटर इज आल्सो हैप्पीली देसी. So I'm hoping you would be able to make the best use of this channel and these videos. अब आपके पास मौका है कि आप पॉज करें और एक बार इस पैसेज को पढ़ें अगर आपने पहले कभी पढ़ा नहीं है. At the count of 3, I'll assume कि आप पॉज कर चुके होंगे, and when I count back to 1 again, I'll assume कि आप पैसेज को पढ़कर वापस आ चुके होंगे. So at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, pause. Assuming you've read the passage and have come back to this video, at the count of 3 again, 3, 2, 1, welcome back. Now let's look at this passage. Many opportunities to harness the highly skewed seasonal and special distribution of monsoon flows, which occur in a 4-month period from June to September annually, have been lost. So the passage starts with chances being lost or opportunities that have been lost. And what are these opportunities? To harness, to make the best use, or to give a solution to this highly skewed seasonal and special distribution of monsoon flows in India. And the period has been mentioned. What's important to register in the first line is the focus. Every time you get a passage, remember to focus on the first line that introduces the theme or the key idea, or some words that are key to solving that passage. Since these few months account for, see the reference, these demonstrative pronoun, emphasis is on the same. So it's linked, all the dots are connected. Few months account for most of the rainfall and consequent fresh water availability. The need, look at the word, the use of the word need, for holding rainwater in reservoir, for subsequently releasing it for use over the year is a necessity nobody can afford to overlook. So the author gives you a very strong tone. Now, as I'll take you further in this discussion, I'll show you the highlighted parts of the passage that I highlighted. But if you have paper-based, exam, you get the benefit of marking with your pencil or pen right in there on that paper. So if you have that paper 2020 ka, आप निकाल सकते हैं. You can mark a few points and I'll show you how I highlighted, how I marked this passage for this session. So right in the middle of the passage, you see the words like necessity and a phrase like nobody can afford to overlook. That means the author very strongly believes that it cannot be ignored. इसे ignore किया नहीं जा सकता. Climate change will continue to affect weather conditions and create water shortages and excesses. So climate change निश्चित ही affect करेगा weather conditions को और create करेगा water shortages and excesses. तो हमें क्या समझना चाहिए? What should we understand from this? While millions suffer from droughts and floods, waters in the country's many rivers flow unused. Waters, plural, grammatical mistake नहीं है. If you study grammar, तो आपको पता चलेगा water जब हम बड़े सारे sources की बात कर रहे थे और उनसे water की बात कर रहे होते हैं, तो हम water plural में भी use कर सकते हैं. So no distraction. Let's come back, grammar Nazis, to our passage. While millions suffer from droughts and floods, waters in the country's many rivers flow unused. आप यहाँ से क्या infer कर सकते हैं? आपको कभी दिया नहीं हुआ है conclusion, मगर आपको infer करना, आप खुद से क्या सोच सकते हैं? जो नहीं दिया गया है और जो दिया गया है, उससे आप कैसे जोड़ सकते हैं? उन्हें कैसे जोड़ सकते हैं? What can you conclude indirectly? And are discharged into the sea every year. तो कहीं पानी है, कहीं नहीं है. It's available somewhere, it's not available at some places. And there is a problem. How can we sort this out? Can we think of some ideas already? Now, with reference to the above passage, which of the following could be is a very nice use of a word, can possibly be, in other words, sambhavtah, the most rational, सबसे ज़्यादा तर्क संगत and practical जो है implication for India क्या है इस passage के मुताबिक. अब ये practical implication और most rational आपको अखबारों की जानकारी से भी मिलेगा. You will have cues from whatever you've read so far, from newspapers or other articles, on your classroom discussions, whatever you know. Inner linking of river should be undertaken. Have you read inner linking of river waters? I'm going to bring a few articles to this discussion in some time, so stay connected. Second, a network of dams and canals should be built across the country for proper distribution of water. जब भी हम geography में पढ़ते थे as school children, हमें for a certain government, उनकी initiatives, canals में, राजस्थान में canals बनाने में हमेशा value करते थे, and it actually benefited Rajasthan quite a lot. हम देखेंगे आगे इस session में और कौन से areas को उससे benefit मिला, क्या अभी भी benefit मिल रहा है. Farmers should be provided easy loans for digging bore wells के बारे में आपकी क्या जानकारी है? Do you think more bore wells should be allowed जबकि ground water की स्थिति इस तरह की है? आप में से कुछ farmer communities से होंगे, किसान होंगे या किसान community से होंगे, उनको क्या लगता है? उनको लगता है कि government को ज़्यादा रियायतें देनी चाहिए. तो क्या ये उनके emotions हैं या क्या उनकी rationality है as aspirants for bureaucracy? Stay connected. We're coming up with certain articles on these topics. Usage of water for agriculture should be regulated by law. क्या फिलहाल नहीं होता है? Distribution of river water among regions should be regulated by the union government. क्या union government के द्वारा already केंद्र सरकार द्वारा ये regulated नहीं है? So ये आपके दिमाग में चलने चाहिए points, and आपके पास options हैं 1 and 2, पहले 2, and 2, 4, and 5, and 1, 3, and 4, 2, 3, and 5. Now, I give you a few seconds again to reconsider whatever answers you've chosen or whatever difficulties you face. In some time, I'll be streaming certain videos. Then you can ask me questions right then and there. This is not meant for streaming. This is meant for presentation. So I'm hoping you'll write to me. I have mentioned my email address. You can write to me there what problems you're facing. Now, let's move on to our discussion with certain highlights. Okay, so many opportunities have been lost. That implies you got to think of what opportunities have been lost. What do you think? Which one have been lost? Suhan is the highly skewed seasonal and special distribution of monsoon flows. So thought groups को साथ में रखेंगे, दिमाग में रखेंगे. ये हमारी परेशानी है और ये हमारा solution का indication है और ये हो चुका है crisis. So आप thought groups बनाएंगे अपने head में, mind map बनाएंगे फिर कि भाई ये इनका location क्या है. Passage के बीच में क्या था? The need for holding rain water in reservoir has been emphasized. A necessity, it's a necessity to do this. Climate change will continue to, और इसमें supporting point क्या है? Climate change होता रहेगा, droughts and floods होते रहेंगे, बहुत सारे लोग सफर करेंगे. And जहाँ ये बात सही है कि बहुत सारे लोग सफर करेंगे, वहीं ये बात भी सही है कि बहुत जगह पानी जो हमारा है unused जा रहा है और सीधा discharge हो जा रहा है sea में every year. So अब कैसे link करें dots को? Interlinking of rivers, जिन्होंने पहले से पढ़ चुके हैं जो ये आर्टिकल्स, उन्हें मालूम होगा कि इस जो फर्स्ट लाइन में जो प्रॉब्लम है skewed seasonal and special distribution की, वो कुछ रिसर्चेस के अकॉर्डिंग और हमारी करंट पॉलिसी और बहुत समय से जो हमारी पॉलिसी चलती आई है उसके अकॉर्डिंग इंटरलिंकिंग ऑफ रिवर्स से सॉल्व की जा सकती है. अब इंटरलिंकिंग ऑफ रिवर्स यहाँ दिया नहीं हुआ, बट यूपीएससी एक्सपेक्ट करती है कि आपके पास एप्टीट्यूड है, आपके पास नेचुरल स्किल है कि आप जो भी पढ़ते हैं उससे कंफ्यूजन इनडायरेक्टली भी निकाल सकते हैं. So that is one point that has to be seen. बाकी aptitude test से UPSC is different. आपको passages के answer straight away passages में नहीं मिलते. You have to apply aptitude that is outside the reading of this passage, and that will come only when you're well read or when you're fast in connecting the dots. It's a skill. It's a natural ability also, but beyond that, it's a skill, and that can be learned, acquired. A network of dams and canals, ये knowledge आपकी geography की book से आती है. So I highlighted because in my head they gave me the best. Thank you. No, thank you so much. So on Mera Desi Swag, you will see that happening. People coming from everywhere and talking to me. But since it's meant for a very Desi style, but if it causes any problem, I will like to remove those problems. However, as of now, I think it's just fine. I hope you're enjoying this process of brainstorming the ideas with me on my channel. A network of dams and canals should be built. So these two we could gather from, we could recollect from what we had read already at school or in college, or even when preparing for GS. These two are not given, but we can sense that they are part of the solution implied as per this passage. Now, farmers should be provided easy loans for digging bore wells. पहले ही groundwater की इतनी कमी है. I started my video talking about that. तो अभी bore wells farmers use करते हैं और उसके बाद उन्हें जब वो सूख जाते हैं, छोड़े चले जाते हैं, bore wells death traps बन जाते हैं. हम इन सभी का फैक्ट चेक करेंगे इस सेशन में आगे. तो जो लोग अब जिनका अटेंशन स्पैन इंस्टाग्राम के रील के स्पैन के बराबर का है या यूट्यूब के शॉर्ट्स के बराबर का है, वो ब्रेक ले सकते हैं, बाद में वीडियो को रीजॉइन कर सकते हैं और रीप्ले कर सकते हैं यहाँ से बाकी की जानकारी के लिए, और अपने आप भी कुछ लॉजिक लगा सकते हैं. सो आपकी तैयारी कितनी है इस पर डिपेंड करेगा कि आप वीडियो कितने समय तक देखते हैं या आप कितने कूल हैं और आप और देख सकते हैं. आपकी एबिलिटी, आपका स्टैमिना कितना है, एंड्योरेंस बहुत जरूरी है इस एग्जाम में. दिस एग्जाम इज स्ट्रेच्ड ओवर अ ईयर, सो 3 phases होते हैं, एंड एंड्योरेंस में जो लास्ट करता है is the winner. Now, farmers should be provided easy loans for digging bore wells. ये थोड़ा doubtful है. Fourth, usage of water for agriculture should be regulated by law. तो क्या पहले से already regulated by law नहीं है हमारे country में? Fact check. अगर नहीं होता तो हम इसके बारे में सोचते, फैसिस ज्यादा बातें करता तो हम सोचते. Distribution of river water among regions should be regulated by the union government. क्या नहीं होता है? Let's check these facts. But for now, you know where is the solution? The green signal. Okay, vocab check quickly. इसमें कौन से word का मतलब है not accurate or exact? Can you give me a word? Skewed. Okay. Now another quick check. Relating to the position, area, and size of things, which word in the passage implies that? Special. यूपीएससी की पैसेज में फिलहाल वोकैबुलरी बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस नहीं आते हैं क्योंकि ये थोड़े बेसिक माने जाते हैं, शायद से आगे पूछे भी जा सकते हैं, बट उनका level of complexity will be different. These words I'm discussing just for your understanding. अगर कोई और word है जो अटकता है, जो नहीं आपको समझ आता, please feel free to ask me. Concept check पर आप हम आते हैं. The primary entry in the Constitution relating to water is indeed entry 17 in the state list, but is explicitly made subject to the provisions of entry 56 in the union list, which enables the union to deal with interstate rivers if parliament legislates for the purpose. So, हालांकि primary entry state list में आता है ये constitution के water का मुद्दा, मगर entry 56 कहती है हमारी constitution, हमारे संविधान की कि पार्लियामेंट को हक है लेजिस्लेट करने का जब कोई विवाद होता है इंटरस्टेट रिवर से जुड़ा हुआ. नाउ ये आर्टिकल था एग्जैक्टली ये पैसेज एक्सट्रैक्टेड था आर्टिकल इस अखबार के आर्टिकल से जो कि 2016 में पब्लिश हुआ था और इस आर्टिकल का नाम ही था मेक द लिंक. और अगर हमने ये पढ़ा होता 2016 में तो हमारे लिए आसानी होती. 2016, 2020, 2019 में भी सिमिलर टू दिस आर्टिकल और आर्टिकल्स छपे हैं. क्लाइमेट चेंज coupled with El Nino. Concept check. El Nino क्या होता है? ये बारिश लाता है या सूखा लाता है भारत में, ये आपको मालूम होना चाहिए ज्योग्राफी के बुक से. तो हम इस पे भी एक छोटा सा एक्सर्प्ट देखेंगे इसी सेशन में. अच्छा, इस आर्टिकल में जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीजें थी, आपके पास टाइम है यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट्स, जब भी मैं आपके साथ स्क्रीन शेयर करूं आप पॉज कर सकते हैं, पढ़ सकते हैं, आप म्यूट कर सकते हैं और पढ़ सकते हैं इसमें क्या क्या लिखा है अगर आप बाद में लिंक को पढ़ना ना चाहें तो. सो ये देखिए, पंजाब असेंबली इवन पास रेजोल्यूशन इनवैलिडेटिंग अर्ली एग्रीमेंट्स रिगार्डिंग द सतलुज यमुना लिंक canal, stating that it has no water to spare. तो इस पे झगड़े भी हो जाते हैं. एंड इसी आर्टिकल का जिसमें से ये पैसेज निकल कर आया, भागता, authorities have attributed the present water crisis to climate change. This is a cover up for the past failures. अब आर्टिकल्स ओपिनियनेटेड हो सकते हैं मगर पैसेजेस तो स्मॉल एक्सर्प्ट्स हैं, तो पैसेजेस में तो ओपिनियन हमें नहीं मिलता है और पैसेजेस थोड़े न्यूट्रल होते हैं. इसमें किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का नाम नहीं होता, किसी झगड़े का नाम नहीं होता इतनी स्पेसिफिसिटी के साथ. मगर आप के एप्टीट्यूड पे है जो आपने एक्वायर किया है from your reading and from your knowledge elsewhere कि ये कौन से स्टेट और या ये कौन से मुद्दे पर है, वो स्पेसिफिक एग्जांपल्स आपके दिमाग में रन करते हैं in your subconscious mind. अब ये देखिए, this was the exact excerpt from this newspaper article, right? You can pause and watch it. However, petty hydropolitics clouding long-term vision and opposition from self-appointed environmentalists and activists, ऐसे तो नहीं लिखा हुआ है because इसमें काफी opinion है. So this is part of your competition exam. This is no article, so there's no opinion. You can have a look at this article. Now look at the parts I've highlighted from this article for you. The solution lies in expediting the Indian River linking project that was proposed 3 decades ago, 30 years ago. The proposal expediting यानी speed बढ़ाना उनकी अभी तक अटके हुए हैं लगता है. The proposals imagine linking the rivers to enable inter-basin water transfer from surplus to deficit basins. जहाँ ज़्यादा है उसे जहाँ deficit है, जहाँ कमी है, उन basins तक ले जाने की. So as to even out the variations of water availability and for optimum utilization of the resource. So the solution is right in front of you from that article. Now moving ahead, I'm showing you the highlighted portions. You can pause the video and read the entire article if you wish. And if you wish, you can get the links from me. You can email your queries to me, or you can write in the comment box if you're not too shy. The transfer of water by trains is an immediate solution. The first water train was deployed in the 1980s to feed the power city of Rajkot. However, with the canals from the Sardar Sarovar Dam bringing the Narmada waters there, Rajkot did not have to look for a water train this season. So canals were another solution as per this article. The long-term solution to water scarcity lies in making the IRL project work by building a network of dams and canals across the length and breadth of the country. There you go. There is the conclusion that was hidden from you in this passage, and you were supposed to find that out on your own. That is inference, logically coming to conclusion by way of connecting the dots. And from the evidence that's given to you in the passage, which is often not direct. So conclusion is indirect, hence it's your inference based on the evidence that you gather from the passage. One concept check before I bring more discussion. Orographic effect. Was that related to mountains? Nadiyan kahan kahan se nikalti hain? Position and form. And also, what's El Nino? What's La Nina? Let's look at this small excerpt that I have extracted from Hindustan Times articles for you. And so is also another phenomena, is a periodic fluctuation in sea surface temperature. Samudra sea ka taapman upar se kitna garam ya thanda rehta hai, usme fluctuation, and the air pressure of the overlying atmosphere across the equatorial Pacific Ocean, according to the National Oceanic. NOAA, and so has a major influence on weather and climate patterns such as bhari varsha, heavy rains, floods, and droughts also. El Nino has a warming influence on global temperatures, while La Nina has the opposite effect. In India, for example, El Nino kya karta hai? Is associated with drought, weak monsoon. El Nino. While La Nina, la 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 land, happiness is associated with strong monsoon and above average rains and colder winters. You can do your concept check from your geography book, read this article or Google it a little more. Now, I'm moving this discussion to interlinking of river water. Has it got any merits and demerits, or has it got just merits? So let's find that out. The rainfall occurrence in India is mainly due to orographic effect. As per one article, I'll be sharing the source of this article pretty soon with you. It's right here. Right, this is one article. Now you can come back to the screen and check this article out on Google or wherever you can. Now we are looking at the highlighted portions for this discussion today. Despite that, all this, that irrigation has been the prime factor, and that we have got canal irrigated area, 8.3 million hectares. Despite all this, the relative importance of canals has fallen from 40% to 26%. On the other hand, the well and tube well accounted for 29%. The share, the population of India, which is around 1.2 billion at present, is expected to increase to 1.5 to 1.8 billion in the year 2050. Imagine, and that would require these many million tons of food grains. And the irrigation potential has to be increased to 160 million hectares. Or conventional sources se kitna rehta hai? 140. Read this article on your own. If any facts get distorted, it's desi. Now, the Brahmaputra and Ganga rivers are the main Indian rivers in which almost 60% of the Indian river drain is found. और यही हमारे को देती हैं बीमारू राज्य. The 6 state conventional 6 states जो कि अब improve कर रहे हैं, असम, बिहार, उत्तर प्रदेश and West Bengal, जहाँ काफी नुकसान हो जाता है of lives. On the other side, areas in the state of Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu face recurring droughts, with approximately 85% areas of these states falling under drought-prone areas. So, according to this article on interlinking, one of the most effective means to enlarge the irrigation potential of river command areas in the inner basin water transfer. अब आगे पढ़ेंगे तो Brahma and Ganga rivers, particularly the northern tributaries, Godavari, Mahanadi, and west-flowing rivers originating from the western parts of India, are found to be surplus in surface water resources. So are there any tributaries just that are west flowing? ये preliminary में GS का सवाल भी बनता है. If storage reservoir can be built on these rivers and connected to other parts of the country, regional water imbalances could be reduced and many benefits by way of additional irrigation potentials. You see, solution. It seems to be in favor of interlinking of rivers. You can pause the video and read this link more. Existing proposal जो कि successful है. Area river project. Inter-basin water transfers जो कि बाकी देशों में भी successful रहे हैं. चाइना में, स्पेन में, साउथ अफ्रीका में, यूएस में. जरूरत इंटर-बेसिन वाटर ट्रांसफर की क्यों है? ये पॉइंट्स आप अपने आंसर राइटिंग में भी यूज कर सकते हैं, if you want, if you like. Read these points at your own pace. You can always pause and come back. That's where I got this article from, excerpt from. Now, let's read a little about international policy, 2012. Is policy में क्या कहा गया? It stated that inter-basin water transfers are not only for increasing production, but also for meeting basic requirement of human need, achieving equity and social justice. Inter-basin transfers of water should be considered after evaluating the environmental, economic, and social impacts of such transfers. This is a very important line. Future में एक आर्टिकल इस पे पूछा जा सकता है, एक पैसेज इस पे पूछा जा सकता है, क्या हम ब्लाइंडली इंटरलिंक कर सकते हैं रिवर्स को, या हमें क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस को और अब किस तरह का मॉनसून है, अब किस तरह की रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, उनको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा. हम किसी वाटर रिच स्टेट को डिप्राइव तो नहीं कर देंगे. These aspects have to be kept in mind. Very important point. If you have stayed connected and if you've seen this point, congratulations, your aptitude is getting better. And I'm sure, I trust it's all already good, but we can grow it more, we can develop it more. Issues क्या आ सकते हैं? Article 262 of the Constitution of India provides Parliament, जो हम कह रहे थे earlier, that entry. Read this. Do you appreciate sharing so much data on passages? आगे देखिए क्या लिखा है. By 2020, the world human population is expected to reach up to 7.9 billion. A few more points that I've highlighted. Even if interlinking were justified for other reasons, it'll be difficult to reach water to the entire livelihood without huge investments in a centralized water distribution network. Through approaches of decentralized local rainwater harvesting by renovating and improving traditional water. एक poem थी, I think Samuel Taylor Coleridge की, water everywhere, but no, not a drop to drink. So in literature के students ऐसा याद करते हैं, तिराही माँ. Oh goodness. So you see, these are important articles, and if you know them already, your reading the passage will be faster, your aptitude will be better. Now, there is a lot of criticism of the interlinking of waters. See what this geologist have to say. Can cause a major disruption of ecosystem. Not enough water, then according to another report, there's not enough water to interlink rivers across India. IIT study, look at the highlights, will have an ecological effect while building a network of dams, reservoir, and canals. It should be reanalyzed and reevaluated through considering changes in climatic patterns of the river basins. See, you can read this conclusion also. I hope you're enjoying the music in the background as well as this study time. Now there was this article, ये मैंने ndtv.com से extract किया है. 21 Indian cities will run out of groundwater by 2020. Chennai, New Delhi, Bengaluru, and Hyderabad are part of that. 40%. The collective responsibility of the government and people of the country to save water and contribute to increasing the ground levels. जब हम स्कूल में होते हैं and if we are bookish, तो हम resolve करते हैं कि हम पानी बचाएंगे. तब हम बच्चे होते हैं innocent होते हैं. जैसे हम बढ़ते हैं हम सोचते हैं दुनिया को हमारी क्या पड़ी है. And we stop doing all those good things that we used to do earlier. But अभी देख रहे हैं आप what's left for our children and grandchildren. And now some urban people may be thinking, we don't know, we're not even getting married, we're not even thinking of having children, so kya pani bachaye? Ab Vastu Shastra mein bhi kaha gaya hai ki pani bachana is a good thing. Now there's another article from First Post, beautiful article. You may like to read it. You may like to pause the video and watch it again, or look up this link and read this article in detail. I've highlighted a few parts. The Economic Survey 2017 and 18 acknowledged Indian water crisis and explained the triggers. Then if mitigation measures are not implemented, India faces a 6% loss in its GDP. Beautiful article, must read it. Then I've also have parts extracted for groundwater management, sustainable water use that I like to highlight. You can come back and read the highlights again. So bore wells, death traps. So all this implies that the crisis looms large, and interlinking river and building canals perhaps is the right choice, right way to go forward as per this passage. But all this is debatable, and you should be aware of the debate which is ongoing. With that, I hope you're enjoying being on my channel. I hope you're enjoying these small brainstorming capsules in live classes, and offline classes is even more fun. I miss that. COVID has created this need to become more online, and these videos are sort of supplement. They can't substitute classroom programs. They can't substitute student-teacher interaction. So in a very Desi style, I am going to bring more articles. I'm not going to be bothered about what English I speak. I say again, I'm not going to be bothered about what Hindi I speak. How do I look? If there is an ink mark on my thumb or what kind of topic is around me. My focus is to help you guys become more enlightened, facilitate your aptitude for it. And with that, namaste from Mera Desi Swag. Stay connected. And of course, like and subscribe if you like. Take care.